Hello everybody, I am Artesia Mayor Rene Trevino, and I'm joined by my colleague, Councilmember Tony Lima, to discuss some updates and progress the city has made in public safety over the past year. It's my honor to serve as your mayor this year with Councilmember Lima and other councilmember colleagues as we work together to make Artesia a better place to live, work, and visit. I'm joining you regularly and sometimes with my council colleagues like Councilmember Lima today to share information about city projects, accomplishments, where you can learn more about what the city's doing to improve the quality of life in Artesia, and ongoing updates about the COVID-19 response here in our city, LA County, and California more broadly. Today, Councilmember Lima and I are happy to share some information about our city and public safety as well. The council has worked very hard with the sheriffs over the last several years to bring crime down in our city and get ahead of crime before it happens. Councilmember Lima?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Hello, everybody. We've been in the pandemic for 14 months, so it's nice to say hi to everybody and to RTA for inviting us to your studios. Thank you. First and foremost, I think the residents of the city would like to know how is the city doing. And I want to tell you that the city is doing very well. We are in very good shape economically. We have a balanced budget and around $10 million in reserves. I also want to tell you about public safety, which is the priority of the City Council. The safety of the residents and to fight crime proactively. In other words, before the crime occurs, we try to find out where they are, and try to combat and discover them before the crimes occur. I also want to tell you that I commissioned one public commissioner, Paulo Medeiros, a Portuguese who lives here in Artesia. He's a retired officer or captain for the Highway Patrol, and now he's an investigator for the LAPD. He's the right person to be on public safety in the city of Artesia, and I'm very happy for it, and you should also be happy. Under the public safety, we are trying to discover the crimes before they occur, as I mentioned before, with undercover agents, with gang-related warrants, and those are the tools that we use to combat crimes and prevent them before they occur. Also, another thing that the public might want to know is that we have had no layoffs in the city of Artesia this year, and I presume that we won't have next year. Also, in public safety, we added foot patrol in downtown. As you know, and you probably don't know, before the election, during all these people that were invading and looting properties, we had a threat in the city of Artesia where we had to close all the streets to downtown and call the National Guard to prevent any violence here in the city of Artesia. And I want to thank the mayor for working with me and with the city in order to bring that into action. What else is going on in Artesia? We just inaugurated a bike walk and trail lane here between 187 and 183rd and 183rd Street, next to the mall. And what it is, how that is designed, is that it has walking line and has bike line in both directions. So it's easy for you to walk in one direction and the other people that come in the other direction, just like a freeway. So it's very nice. You should experience that. It has light during the night, and it's a solar light, and it's a very nice place for you to visit and enjoy. What else is new? We purchased the land in 178th Street, where Anderson's property was. It's a large property with a lot of trees, and we are going to make a botanic garden out of that property. And for that, we need a grant, which we will work to obtain, but that's the plan for that property right now. We also have renovation for Pellaford Park. I went to the California Senate with the mayor, and we obtained a grant for $5 million to purchase all the houses around the park. And we're going back to Sacramento again to get another grant to rebuild that park. We also have a program called a program for alarm rebates. In other words, if you want to install an alarm system in your property and that alarm qualifies, the city will give a rebate of $250 for your alarm system. Also, we have a paint program distribution in Artesia, where if your property is graffiti, the city furnished paint to take off the graffiti from your property. You need to go to the city website, which is www.cityofartesia.us. And there they will give you direction and give you the paint necessary to take care of the graffiti. The city recently also had a gun purchase event where we purchased 14 guns from the public, and that program might come back again for another round. The city also has a program to respond to emergencies. In other words, we have another savings besides our regular savings for things that could happen out of the ordinary, emergencies. So that is also available. Now, I'd like the mayor to comment a little bit on the vaccination that we did in conjunction with the LAPD, and also food distribution that I think the mayor would know more than I do about that, because he was front and center of both the vaccination and the food distribution. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember Lima. So Councilmember Lima is referring to our vaccination program that we recently had within our city. This was put on with cooperation and support by the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, and specifically Sheriff Alex Villanueva's community committee that works well in getting these vaccines out to everyone in their communities. On both days, we were able to vaccinate 600 and 800 people respectively, and we're looking forward to continuing that relationship. Make sure you get the vaccine. Please visit our website for more information on locations and opportunities. And that website is www.cityofartesia.us. Make sure you check that out. Also, we were able to gather food items for distribution throughout the city. We've been doing this for about 12 months now out of our place of business on 187th. We've been doing everything we can at the city level and at the private level to make sure that our residents feel secure, whether it's a food insecurity or a threat from crime. And Councilmember Lima also mentioned our alarm rebate program, and that is for any resident that wants to purchase an alarm. Check out the city website and get information so you can get a $250 rebate from your alarm purchase. The City of Artesia is working diligently every day, and so is the City Council, to make sure that our city remains as safe as possible. If you see something, say something. Do not hesitate to call 911. Make sure that you get the right authorities to handle the problem. Councilmember Lima, it's been great having you today here at RTA. Why don't you take us out?
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. I also forgot to mention that we have a training station. It's still on target to come here to Pioneer Boulevard and 187th Street. And I want everybody to be anticipating because that program is approved, halfway, more than halfway approved. So we are counting on that station here in Artesia very, very soon. Also, the electrical bus that I talked so much during the time that I was mayor, that we had an electrical bus that would go around the city and take people to store, pharmacies, doctor's office, etc., on a regular round trip in the city of Artesia every day. And we haven't been able to do it yet because of the pandemic, but that bus is still here in the city of Artesia, and we're going to get it going as soon as this pandemic is completely over. And with that, I want to thank you so very much for listening to us, and I want to thank the RTA, and on behalf of the mayor and the city of Artesia and all the City Council of Artesia for your help and for your being together with us during this pandemic, and always for whatever is necessary. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Thank you.